So, welcome back to the second episode of the Courtside Jays podcast. Again, always your boy Joey, a.k.a. Joey Deuce. Josh Munoz, a.k.a. J Boogie right there.
Hey guys, you can finally hear me. How's it going?
Hey guys.
Hey
All
guys.
right, so we had some audio issues, but we fixed it. So, hell yeah. Before we get started, I gotta say something. I'm on no sleep.
Hashtag
I'm
no
feeling
sleep.
fucking good. Just kidding.
You're crazy. Joey's an art student.
All right. So, more Antonio Brown stuff. We talked a lot about that last time, but before we talk about Antonio Brown, we got another spicy topic. Josh, introduce the spice.
So we have some NCAA scandals that have come out.
Surprise.
Kansas is it's gonna take a pretty big hit. I think that the NCAA is gonna make an example out of Kansas. They have some level 1 allegations against a basketball team, which could result in like a postseason bans and the loss of some other things, scholarships.
That's crazy.
Football got hit pretty big too. They have some level 2 violations.
Yeah. Oh, dude. So like, NCAA is just shady, bro. I found out like, you know why like the first week of football, like why these teams do so good in their games? It's because they literally pay these shitty teams to fly out there and basically lose.
Yeah, it's a tune-up game. It's like you play the worst possible team that's around.
Pay them like $500,000 to fly up there.
It's like
we paid NAU like $500,000.
Hey, take this like 4-hour bus ride down here to get blown out, and then they didn't even get blown out. Like NAU,
some teams
up like 45.
Some teams upset it, which is really funny because then the other team just missed out on a bunch of money.
Appalachian State against Michigan a few years back. That goes out to Heidi Bennett.
So like
Poor Michigan.
What are they accusing the what the fuck's it called? Kansas? What are they accusing them of?
Well,
you're not in Kansas anymore.
100% what they're like accusing them of per se, but I know that like Bill Self is facing some pretty serious stuff.
Like
they
is
have
he doing
lack of control of like their institute. And then Bill Self got hit with a.
Is he recruiting? It's like the Sean Miller thing.
Yeah, well, it's all part of like the pay to play thing. So like like DeMar DeRozan received like $100K to go to USC. Mm-hmm. It's like Ayton got paid to go to the high school that he did, and then got paid to go to the U of A. Like players get paid everywhere.
Right. They're not. I mean, the school's not paying him. Well, I mean,
no,
not on paper.
But this is actually with Adidas, and Louisville's like tied into it too.
What?
Yeah. So Adidas is giving players like big money to go to Adidas schools. So like Louisville was giving out like gear, shoes, everything, just so that a player could go and play college basketball for Louisville.
Damn.
Yeah, my dude. Where's my gear at? Hook me up.
Yeah, bro. So Adidas is basically like bribing people to go to the schools they sponsor, so their brand looks better.
Oh yeah.
Is NCAA doing anything about Adidas, or is that out of their power?
I think it's kind of out of their power per se. I mean, I don't.
Because Adidas is pretty fucking big. I don't know.
Adidas is big. I think that it hits not Adidas as a brand or like as a company, but the individuals who were like offering the money.
Yeah, because it's not. If you think about it, it's not going to affect the Adidas brand. Yeah, they're still going to sell shoes. They're still going to sell shirts.
Well, look who signed with them. James Harden signed.
Yeah, dude. They have James Harden. They have
who else signed?
Damian Lillard.
Yeah. Dude,
shoes went on sale as soon as he like popped off.
Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, they have Donovan Mitchell. They still have Derrick Rose.
Yeah, D Rose. Like, there's no way that Adidas is gonna.
And that's just basketball.
Oh yeah, there's like so many players that rock Adidas stuff for football too. It's ridiculous.
So they're not going anywhere. But like the people who like accepted the bribe will definitely get in trouble most likely. But like Adidas is like. I think too far up there.
Adidas is as a company.
I mean, I can see why they would do that though, because as a company, you're always trying to build your brand.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like it's definitely like I think that's just kind of like good business, but like to not good business. What the fuck am I saying?
No, I think I kind of get where you're going from.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
like good promoting,
strategic.
I mean, like if you had,
God damn it, strategic promoting.
No, I can't say it. It is very strategic.
Today, Joey. God. All right.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that like it's smart to try to get your brand out there and trying to get people to like sign with your brand when they go professional.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if you're gonna pay college kids, then the NCAA needs to figure it out to end all of this. Like you just gotta pay the players.
I mean, it's weird because like they're paying for their.
Yeah,
they're paying for their college tuition, which is huge.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And that's not all the players, though. That's not all the players. That's just the good ones.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's just the ones with the most talent. They're paying for the good players, their best players, where they live. But other than that, they really just, it's kind of like a full-time job, and they make enough money off the players. But it shouldn't be like the NBA where they have to like sign a contract for like a crazy big salary or anything.
No, I think what they should do, if I'm NCAA and I'm on like the board for NCAA, I'm trying to get rid of the one and done thing.
Yeah.
And because that does take away scholarships from other people.
Where you just do 1 year and
yeah, like if you're gonna like, let's say like I ball out and I get a full 4-year ride to
I think
North
they should
Carolina.
Compensate other players for that, but why would they waste that scholarship money?
Yeah,
that just saves them money when a player goes into the NBA early.
Yeah.
So I can see why they won't do that. And plus, if you have the opportunity to go, then like why not? You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't blame the players for leaving, but I mean, as a school, you can't be upset, and as the NCAA, when somebody gets money to go and play basketball, you know what I mean? Like, these players aren't working. It's not like they're in a work-study program.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know what I mean?
Like, basketball is their work if they want to make it 100%. In the NBA.
I mean, there was an Ohio State quarterback. I forgot his name. He released a statement like at the beginning of the year saying that we come to the school to play football. We don't come to the school to play school. And I'm like, you're right, but you're wrong.
Right. I mean, some of those football players aren't going in the NFL and have careers to focus on.
100%.
You know what I mean? And some are like, it's weird. I don't know.
I mean, my thing is like, I think you should get rid of the one and done, and then make it like mandatory that the players stay 2 years, and then you.
I think 2 years is fair.
You know,
2 years is fair. 1 year is kind of like, you know what I mean?
But I mean, like, look at the development of players too. If they're in college for another year.
Yeah,
you know
true. I mean? It kind of develops them more. Because Zion, one and done year, they would have got him after high school if they could have.
Oh, definitely.
You know, he's already like the top 50th player, and he hasn't even played a single game.
Yeah, they ranked him like number 42.
Yeah,
Klay Thompson's 49th.
That's bullshit.
Yeah,
come on.
For somebody that's never played in the league, like, I mean, I understand.
Klay Thompson is so underrated.
Really, I mean, as an offensive scorer and as a defensive
if you're looking from a fan's point of view, he's OP. Like, he's really, really good. You know, like you said, really good defensively, shoot the ball really well, scores tremendously. You know. Well,
I mean, but like in the finals, look who guarded Kyrie when they played the Cavs. Look who guarded Kyrie. It wasn't Curry.
No, hell no, Curry can't. Curry can't lock down Kyrie.
Who's Klay?
Curry can't really lock down.
Curry's good for shooting.
He's good for his offensive and like the defense. Like, he's just small.
Yeah.
You know, he tries. He has hustle. He gets steals.
Curry's
but like,
a good player. I'm not taking that away from him.
But like, his defense isn't at Klay's level.
He's a hazard.
Yeah, his defense isn't at Klay's level. You know, if LeBron's being guarded by Curry, LeBron's scoring.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think if Klay's guarding LeBron, LeBron's still scoring.
Well, yeah. I mean, difficult. Like if yeah.
I got what you're saying.
But I don't know, man. I think they should definitely stay at least 2 years, get a somewhat decent education. But then again, like, there's so many scams in the NCAA that it's like there's fake classes.
Yeah, I mean,
like, there's classes that coaches teach.
Yeah,
so they can get credit and pass enough so they can play. But it's a nothing class.
Yeah, 100%. Well,
if there's talent there, you're going to do whatever you can to keep talent playing.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, beyond a shadow of a doubt. It happens at the high school level too. You have your basketball coach or your football coach.
Well, yeah, we had I'm not gonna say any names, but
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yep, you know who I'm talking about.
The little short guy.
No, yeah, you know exactly who I'm talking about. But this happens at the high school level. Really
I'm
good.
going on record right now. Santa Rita was not a very good football team. So
Don't even mention the school.
He did not help us out.
Hey, he could have. But anyways, no name dropping.
SRHS.
No player name dropping. Shut your fucking mouth right now.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
Okay,
I'm quiet.
All right. So it does happen at the high school level. Like coaches who also teach will alter players' grades in order for them to play.
100%. And I was unfortunate enough to get teachers that were like, "Oh, you're an athlete. I'm not bumping you 0.3% of a grade. You're not you're gonna have to."
Oh yeah, we were also class clowns, but
speak for yourself.
I
was definitely more of a clown than you.
Yeah, I at the very least would buy batteries and tissues. You were just like,
I was the reason why she needed batteries and tissues. So do you think Kansas is done? Do you think that they're going to get hit?
I don't think they're done. I think
as far as the school, they're denying everything and they're standing by Bill Self. I mean, that's pretty big for
Kansas is a big school though. So their program's
a big name school too.
Their program's not going to go anywhere. Their brand, I don't think is going to be hurt too bad, but
do you think that they're going to be banned or going to lose scholarships?
Maybe they might be banned from pro season, like how Georgia Tech did.
I think they might ban them from the NCAA tournament, but I don't think they're going to take away the NIT from them. I think they might lose a few scholarships, but nothing crazy. You know what I mean? I think they're going to make an example out of Kansas.
Because it's honestly not the players' fault.
No, I think Louisville's more in trouble than Kansas.
Because the players are just there, and they kind of have to go with it.
I mean, Joey, as an 18-year-old coming fresh out of high school, right? Let's say you were going... Let's say you were going to go to Maryland or something like that, halfway across or the complete other side of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And they were going to give you $100,000 to go and play basketball for the University of Maryland. Are you taking it?
Dude, fuck yeah.
Absolutely, I'm taking it. Are you kidding me?
Are you serious? Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
It's not the players' fault. It's these schools.
I don't blame the players.
Bringing up a cheesy movie, Jesus Shuttlesworth. All that bribery and shit.
Yeah.
Getting him a threesome.
Crazy things happen at the college level.
Dude, college is shady as it can be.
Dude. I mean,
and that's the shitty part, because no matter I cannot this is something we already know, and I can't think of a way the NCAA can truly stop it. They hit Georgia Tech pretty hard at this article. 4 years of probation. 2019-20 postseason ban for the men's basketball team. And fine of $5,000 plus 2% of the men's basketball program budget.
Jeez.
That's pretty big.
Was that banned from the NCAA tournament, or was that?
I'm not sure what it was from.
Postseason?
This is no postseason for this year.
Dang, not even.
And then 4 years is of probation, so that means they're on thin ice. A reduction of one men's basketball scholarship during each probation. See, this is fucked because it fucks over the players.
Yeah,
and they're not. It's the school that's doing this. You know what I mean? Yeah. I get you're trying to help the players out. You're trying to get them to score, but you're also trying to make your team relevant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But when you get caught, it's worse for the players.
Yeah.
Yeah. The $100K may not seem as nice anymore, because now you have to use that $100K to pay for your fucking school.
To pay for your classes, yeah.
Exactly. Recruiting restrictions for men's basketball program will apply for each year of probation, including an 8-week ban on unofficial visits.
Jeez.
A 3-visit reduction from permissible number of official visits. So this just makes it 4 years, it makes them tougher for them to recruit players.
Yeah, because I mean, as a like
that
even
fucks
as like
them.
a 3-star recruit coming down to, they're like, oh hey, we can't have you come down to this big game to see how we play because
that fucks them hard. That means they really got to be careful and picky with who they choose to recruit because the rules are so strict now.
That's going to hurt their team too.
And look at this, an 8-week ban of recruiting communication, so they can't even say anything for 8 weeks.
Jeez,
they can't even make moves. A reduction of 19 recruiting person days from permissible numbers. And then look, there's more. I mean, what'd they do?
Jeez.
A 3-year showcase in order for the former assistant coach during that period. Any NCAA member, school employee, him must restrict him from athletically related duties unless it shows cause of why the restrictions do not apply. Damn, so it gives restrictions on the assistant coach. Can't do it for 3 years.
That's what I've noticed like a lot too, like with like the U of A scandals and stuff like that popped up last year, I think it was. Like last year or the year before, but it's like it's usually not the head coach. It's like the head coach like might know something that's like going on, but they're not like in the middle and not making the deal.
It's the school putting the pressure.
Yeah.
It's the school.
Well, I had read that like the head coach, when they're charged with something, they're like, if I'm a head coach and you're my assistant and you get in trouble for something, I'm getting in trouble too because you're under me and I have to know everything that goes on in your life.
Right.
So like when after the game you go home, kiss your wife, and you decide to send out a text to Adidas like, hey, let's make some money, then now you just screwed me out of a job. And I mean, like, as a head coach, like that's scary. As a head coach, like you could literally lose your entire career because of one of your little minions. Like,
right, exactly. And like, it just, but like, anyways, I'm reading this article, and it's saying, in the report of the Committee of Infractions released on Thursday, the NCAA says it's 2 major violations, one in a result of a high-profile recruitment of a prospect. Oh, damn, bro. They took a prospect to a strip club.
Oh, nice. Don't touch the paintings. Don't touch the painting.
Yo, see, the Jesus Shuttlesworth thing. Man. Remember, he just left him in the dorm with those 2 thoughts?
Yeah, that's real.
Dude, this is the same shit. Dude. They gave him $300 of spending money to the prospect and a free meal and left him at the strip club.
Because, I mean, walking around campus as a top recruit, you're not going to get anything anyway, right?
So they try to convince the student-athlete host to lie about the incident. Now the coach faces a 3-year showcase penalty and disassociation from Georgia Tech.
Wow.
So that was the coach.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. He's out. Speaking about being done, dude.
Hold up.
Wait.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. Go ahead. That sounded juicy.
We'll get to that. Oh, my God. So the major violation came from separate booster. This is the other violation. From impermissible benefits to prevent your transfer student athletes that include thousands of dollars in form of shoes, lodging? Logging? Yeah, lodging, clothing, and transportation and meals. Jeez, so dude. What you said earlier, they're giving kids free shit. And they're giving them money.
Hooking them up. Dude, like,
taking them to strip clubs.
Yeah.
Dude. And then they went on an investigation and then they caught their asses. So now, that's huge. So Georgia Tech
Georgia Tech is done.
They messed
up. If you're a top recruit, do not go to Georgia Tech. I'm sorry, but
they are not going to be relevant for a while,
dude. And I mean,
because these hurt their funding, these hurt the scholarships, they hurt the coaching staff.
Okay, let me ask you this: as a player,
they hurt the recruitment.
Like let's say that you're a sophomore, right, and you get some pretty decent minutes. As like a solid player on this Georgia Tech team, how are you feeling about this, dude? Like,
bro, like your scholarships get cut.
Yeah, like they pull your scholarship. It's not because
you lose a coach you built a relationship with, which, mind you, coach's fault taking kids to strip club. But like it kind of like
it sucks, dude. I feel for those players.
Because it's like why play if we don't even have a shot? If we're not even allowed a shot.
See, and I was thinking about that too. As me, like that's really like gut wrenching, and like I don't want to, but like I'm trying to make sure other people like don't even make the playoffs now. You know what I mean? Like I want, like as a player, like I want to show you like I'm worth it, and your guys aren't.
Some players don't have that mentality though. Some players might be like, you know what,
I'm out. Like we're done. I'm gonna try to transfer and then redshirt or
let's just play and
let's just you
know, the fire's not there,
and that hurts like players' futures too, because you know
they're
how
not
many
playing
like
to their
players
potential.
Like, ball out during the NCAA tournament and like actually like really boost their draft stock.
These guys don't have a chance.
Exactly. It's dang.
That's the shitty part about
dude, that sucks, man.
that's the shitty part about these schools acting shady is because when it hits the fan, who pays for the punishments?
Yeah,
the school has money; they can afford to pay for it.
The school's not going anywhere.
You know what I mean?
Going anywhere? Okay, fine. Our basketball team sucks now. Okay, so
we're making so much money off of thousands of kids paying hundreds and thousands of dollars.
That's fine. We're gonna be a great like beach volleyball team now.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna up our scholarships in beach volleyball.
Yeah, like U of A, like there's so many other sports and NCAA that they can focus on, and there's programs that the schools benefit off of.
But you know what?
Like the U of A's nursing program.
Yeah,
competitive as hell.
Oh yeah, dude. Like, I think one of the top in the nation, right?
Yeah. Competitive as hell. Super hard to get into. So, like, it doesn't really affect these schools. It affects these players.
Yeah.
And these players are just going along for the ride.
I think it affects, like, the other programs at the school, too, though. Like, maybe not, like, the nursing and like, stuff like that, but, like, the softball program, baseball program.
So you're thinking maybe to compensate for the budget cuts on basketball, they might cut other programs?
No, I'm just saying like it might put like a spotlight on different sports.
Yeah, but like that's not a good way to put a spotlight on another sport though.
No. I'm not saying like a positive spotlight. Right. I'm saying like you're under like the light. Like they're looking at you now too because they're investigating your school. So like they might be like investigating Kansas basketball and football, but it might affect Kansas baseball too because they're going to look into other sports. So yeah,
it adds the stigma that your school's shady.
Yeah.
Because your school's the one that got caught.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like, I mean, that's why...
and every school does this.
Every school does, dude. Every school.
Every school does this.
Every single school.
Georgia Tech just got caught.
Yeah. That's... yeah.
I mean, come on. Think about it.
Jeez, man. Jeez. That...
And even then, when the U of A was under fire, we didn't even, like... Nothing really happened to the U of A. Nothing happened to the basketball team. We missed out on getting Shaq's son, but he got injured.
Is he going back this year? I heard he had like heart surgery.
Yeah, I mean he's getting back to basketball, but he's not going to play for the U of A.
Why were you drinking up there? UCLA, right?
UCLA.
It's okay. U of A basketball is gonna be really good this year. We have like two of the top.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Something like that.
They probably went to the prospects and like, have y'all ever been to Eden? Here's 500.
You see that boat over there? Don't go in it.
Yeah, don't worry.
Don't.
You heard of a place called Tens?
Yeah, don't go in it.
I'll show you why you want to play for
of Tens. I promise.
Yeah, get used to this because this is what U of A basketball's about, baby. Just kidding. I'm not saying U of A does that, but the NCAA is sketchy as hell, and it's just right now there's no right way to punish these schools.
Yeah, well, you hit it right there on the head. You can't. There's not a proper way to punish a kid. I mean, you can't punish the. I mean, you're gonna punish the kid, but you're punishing him in a different way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
It's like if one kid fucks up, everyone's running suicides.
This really doesn't even like affect the person that took the money. It affects everybody else on the team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because like he's like, okay, I got caught. All right, now I'm under fire. Like, okay, whatever.
Well, but the students,
like, dude, you're my
well, that prospect's not in trouble. He probably went to a different school.
Yeah, he's probably like, oh, I'm gonna head out.
Yeah, so like it's just crazy.
That's ridiculous, man. Crazy. Speaking of crazy,
college is a scam. Just kidding. I mean, yeah. I mean, you should.
I'm just kidding. Always go to school.
College is good, but it shouldn't be I don't think it should be as much as it is, but you should have to pay for an education that if it means giving you a shot at getting a nice career.
I think
that shouldn't be free, but it shouldn't be at a ridiculous amount of tuition and scamming and
100%. I don't think a book should be like $400.
Yeah.
I don't think a book is $400, but they're expensive.
I go to art school, so I pay for supplies, not textbooks.
But your supplies are expensive, huh?
My recruiter uses that as a fucking sales tactic, and it's so fucking funny because I'll be in the bookstore, and he's like, "Hey, how much you spent on textbooks?" And he'll turn his head and fucking flash me to 0, and I'm like, "I didn't spend any money on textbooks because we're a textbook-free school. We don't have any." I can tell you how much I spent on pencils though, and pens, and programs. Not as much as a textbook.
Not as much as, but still a lot.
But I mean, I spent like almost $2,000 on my computer to animate. That's a couple of textbooks right there.
That's like 2.5 textbooks.
That's part 1 and 2.
I think to get rid of like
English composition.
this scandal, man, is just pay the players, man. Just pay the players. And I get it; they're getting paid in the form
they're
of
not going to do that.
But
and if they're going to do it, it's going to be shady.
Yeah, and there'll still be a scandal about it. So scandals aren't going away. Scandals will never go away.
You know,
that's just it. They're never going away.
I mean, there's only so much they can do for these guys.
Yeah, and when Louisville's next, Kansas is gonna get a slap on the wrist.
Not poor basketball players, dude. Poor program.
Yeah, really.
Fuck the school, dude. Honestly.
100%.
And the coaches for doing that. All right, spicy topic number 2, Antonio Brown, dude. Dude, as soon as we were done talking about Antonio Brown, he gets cut from the Pats.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Everybody was like, what's going on with Antonio Brown?
Crazy. I woke up in the morning, it was like Josh Munoz tagged you in post, and it's like a sad Antonio Brown picture from ESPN. It's like reportedly cut. And I'm like, no fucking way.
Dude, I'm telling you, I said it last time.
They cut him as fast as they signed him.
Yeah, really. They were like, "Oh, hey, you want to catch a TD? Okay, cool. Deuces, my dude." Like,
so, football guy Josh here, explain us dude. There's so much. Talk to us. What's going on? I have something funny to show though that I found.
Antonio Brown just needs to play football. I mean, he got released by Nike. Right, so I mean that was pretty big. I mean, and Nike stands. Dude, it's already like a death sentence to get cut from the best team in the NFL. 100%. I mean, they signed people.
My dad was talking to me. He's like, "How do you think he can come back?" And I'm like, "Well, if he clears the shit up, maybe he can play for a sorry team." But right now,
I think he has to show out on the Dolphins.
He is not clearing his stuff up.
No, he's not. Whatsoever.
He's acting dumb.
Like he's not.
Yeah, tell us how do you lose the Nike thing? Well,
I mean, he was. How do you lose it? He's an idiot.
Touching trainers.
Nike pulled. So when everything happened with Tiger Woods, you remember what happened with Tiger Woods?
Oh yeah, he lost a lot of shit.
Yeah. So he lost a lot of stuff. Like I think Gillette pulled from him.
Wheaties.
Like a whole bunch of other.
Yeah, like stuff. A lot of sponsors.
But Nike stood by him. Like Nike was like, "Nah, like you're."
Yeah,
like, we
and honestly,
you.
Tiger Woods' thing wasn't like that bad. Like he got slipping.
Yeah, I mean.
He cheated on his wife, caught slipping. Like, let the fame get to him. I mean, it's not right, but like...
No, it's not. But how many other people do it? How many other professional athletes?
Yeah, he's just... You know what I mean? Listen, it's like the same thing with Georgia Tech. He's the only one that got caught.
Yeah. One of the only ones.
One of the only ones that got caught, yeah.
So, I mean, that was pretty big that they dropped him. They're like, dude, like, we don't even want you.
Well, yeah, once you do not want, as a company... When something happens, you do not want your brand to get soiled.
Exactly. Well, I mean, even like everything with like Colin Kaepernick, Nike stood by him. They like released a commercial with him.
Well, yeah, because Colin Kaepernick is doing something controversial for positivity.
I get you. I mean, he should have done it way differently, but I understand.
Right.
And I get you.
You know what I mean?
I mean, even as like controversial as it was, Nike still stood by him.
Right, but that was like...
And that was huge.
You're doing something controversial for something to raise awareness for something that's also controversial.
Yeah.
So he's trying to bring a positive message. Mm-hmm. But
actually, speaking of Colin Kaepernick, my dad, he actually tagged me in this meme, and it was a picture of Kaepernick and Antonio Brown, and it was like Kaepernick was like, "You want to play catch?" So I thought that was funny.
No, Colin's too good to play catch with Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
He come on, he put a knee down, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, I get the stigma behind it, and I get why people don't like it, but like, you protesting, black people getting shot, allegedly raping a trainer.
No, I'm 100% with you. Like, rape's bad. You know what I mean? Rape is bad.
Yeah. So I think that's why Nike, like, and plus Nike's such a big brand that it's like going to be really, really, really hard to soil their brand. Like there's
So
they
for
still have
something
trying
like
to
this magnitude that they're like, we're done with you, it really speaks in volume.
When people found out about the China workshops, like Nike, they don't give a fuck. They're making so much money. Like Jeff Bezos, when people found out he paid 0 taxes, guess what? He's going to pay 0 taxes again next year and make billions of more dollars.
Guess what? The year after that, 0 taxes.
0 taxes because I'm rich.
Yeah.
So other brands who are not as big don't like if your name is associated with someone's name who is bad, you don't want that because that makes you look bad.
100%.
You want to play it safe.
Exactly.
So like this happened. I'm gonna bring up anime drama. So like when the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie came out, the voice actor Broly was under fire for sexual harassment. Now I'm with Vic. You know what I mean? I don't think he did anything wrong. They didn't really have any evidence. But because he got accused of it, Funimation fired him from producing the show and voice acting. And when he tried to press charges, they said, you can't really press charges because
we just fired
you. It's like, it's not like, there's a lot. It was weird, but like, anyway, I hope he gets justice. But like that's just one of those situations where it doesn't, even if it didn't happen, if your name's soiled and like there's bad reputation around your name, brands will drop you quick because they 100%. Do not want to harm their brand.
Your off the field stuff matters just as much as on the field.
Oh yeah, the court. And like if you get caught doing all that off the field shit, then you know what I mean. Like
that's gonna come back and bite you, man, for real. I mean,
and it happens all the time. Someone does something dumb, or they get caught doing something dumb. And, you know, like Logan Paul and the Japanese forest thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously really retarded, really stupid. He lost all of his ad revenue from Google, his YouTube, like, ad revenue. He lost, like, movie deals and show deals. I mean, if it was, like, a different YouTuber, the punishments probably would have been more harsh.
Yeah.
But, yeah, he lost out on, like, a lot of money. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So like,
I don't know that.
So like, as soon as something like that pops up, you're dropped.
Yeah.
Period.
I don't blame Nike. I don't blame brands. Like, I mean, if you're gonna pay somebody as an athlete, like, I want you to be like good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
like, I mean, you're representing me. I want you to be out here.
And that's another thing. Like, to get cut by the best team in the NFL, to lose the highest, like the most recognizable brand ever.
And to lose all the money that you're guaranteed to?
Like, allegedly, that might not happen. That might not happen, but
I think it's gonna happen.
It's very possible his guaranteed salary will go down to $150K.
Yeah, poor guy, but
not poor guy. Fuck him.
Play some fucking football, dude. Just play football, bro.
And like, see, I want to look on the boat. I want to look on the brighter side of AB, but like his stuff off the field, you know, it's like right here. Like, he's just it's hard to stick up for this guy when he's acting like a fucking asshole.
Is that Twitter beef with
Eric
Whittle?
He says the game need me like I'm test answers. Sure, whatever.
Like the wrong test answer.
And then he says regular player just said def no. First of all, he spelled stiff arm. He put stuff arm, and he tells Eric Weedle, you need attention, little man. I'm glad I gave you that stiff arm in your neck in Pittsburgh. You deserved it, little Weedle. He said stuff arm. Eric, shut this man up. Oh, my God. Perfect response, bro.
Savage.
When are you going to learn that this isn't about you? Never was and never will be. Good luck getting ready for a game.
So, actually, I saw that. Eric Weddle, man, you have my respect, 100%. And there was another one that had come out. And it was like back and forth or something like that. And let me just try to pull it up real quick. I mean, I can't remember it for me.
Yeah, dude. So like it, and like if OJ Simpson brought this up. He says when your name is under heat, the lawyers. This is the best advice you need to do when you're getting accused of all this shit. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, I mean, shut up.
For OJ to tell you shut up, dude.
Remember the weed lawyers?
Like, shut up.
Shut the fuck up,
dude. Just shut up.
Shut up. You're making your case worse. Like, oh my God.
Yeah,
what else? Yeah, look up that shit and then tell us else what he did.
Dude.
That's why it's hard to like. That's why it's hard to like feel bad for this guy or stick up for this guy because like or like believe it wasn't true.
Here we go.
Because of the shit he's doing off the field.
Yeah, 100%. So Antonio Brown tweeted and he said the game needed me like test answers. I just previously stated. Golden Tate tweeted it and said what? Eric Weddle said def don't, as you said, and from Fantasy Fred says Weddle, I fuck with you, bro, but you can't guard AB over the top or in man. Eric Weddle also responded to this man's with some savage.
Hit him with it, Weddle.
Said don't need to. He ain't on a team.
Don't gotta worry about it.
I ain't even gotta worry about it, son.
Perfect response.
Dude.
Can't guard if you can't play.
He's like, hey man, I don't even gotta worry about him. Fool.
Hey, you're right, but like he's
You're
not
right, but
that's one less wide receiver I don't have to worry about.
You can't guard him over the top or in man either.
Are you making millions a year? Didn't think so.
Man, I don't.
What else did he do? Trashed his condo?
Yeah, he trashed his condo. He like flipped out, dude. Like throwing stuff from like the top out. I
How
guess
did
he
they find
almost
out?
hit like a young kid. He almost hit like a kid and like some older people and stuff. Like throwing stuff out of his window. Like, dude, you're acting a fool. You're not helping yourself whatsoever.
You just make yourself look crazy.
And literally, like the game is fine just without you. Like,
yeah,
the game is fine without you. Like they don't need you. You know how many people are in the NFL, dude? You know, like
yeah, dude.
there's what you have special teams. What you have like 3 different special teams, dude. You have like a
practice squad.
Like,
yeah,
you have field goals. Defensive field goals.
Yeah, dude.
Like, you know what I like. And you can't even make a spot on special teams, fool. Come on, man.
It's because of the shit he's doing. Like I said, if he would have just shut the fuck up,
dude.
If he would have just stopped getting into trouble. Kept quiet until he gets his shit cleared.
Antonio Brown, figure it out, young fella. Come on, man.
He could have went back, and like even then, like how what a childish response to like as soon as you get cut, you're like I'm retired from the NFL. That's like saying like you're fired. Oh yeah, well I actually quit
because I quit. He actually retired and was saying he was like blaming the NFL GMs and owners and stuff. He was like, they can do what they want. I was like, dude, I own the team. Yeah, I can do what I want.
Yes, I can. Dude, like, I'm your boss.
Yes. Excuse me, you work for me.
I'm paying you to play football.
You. Like you. Oh, you're not.
I'm
play
paying.
Football?
What's her name? The trainer.
Oh, I'm Brittany something.
I'm paying you to play football. I'm paying Brittany Taylor to train you.
Dude,
I'm not paying you to diddle her.
That's it. Like, keep it to yourself. Put that thing away. Put that thing where it came from or something. Oh my god.
Antonio Brown. More like Antonio Clown.
Antonio Frown.
Antonio.
You suck.
Bitch. Just kidding.
Oh man. I mean, I guess the only positive out of this whole Antonio Brown situation is that he re-enrolled in school. I mean, like,
what school?
Central Michigan. When I first heard this, I was like, "Fool! Like your eligibility's up. You're not gonna play college football." But then, like, I started thinking, and I was like, maybe something hit him at home, and he had like an epiphany, and was like, "I need to like go back to school and try."
Was
to
this before or after the destruction of the condo?
I think it was like right around the same time.
he like destroys his condo, and he's like,
"I gotta go back to school.
I gotta go to school." That's when he realizes
he
he's
was like,
fucking
"I gotta
up.
go to school," and then was like, "Damn it, I don't want to go to school."
Fuck you, Weedle.
Everything.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
Figure it out, man. What are you? All I gotta say is, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
What are you doing?
They literally, they're paying you.
Am I just because we come from humble beginnings? So we're like, dude, some people would suck dick for like a quarter of what you're doing.
Dude, somebody would. I mean, I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, he's not.
Joey never gave me the $20. I'm just kidding.
It was free.
Just kidding.
Yeah. All right.
Antonio, like I said, man, just play football, man.
On a brighter note,
figure it out.
I've noticed, like, I think Patrick Mahomes is like now God.
I actually like read this thing that the Chiefs can offer him like a $200 million max contract.
Yo, I was gonna bring that up because like that's the thing when I was talking about Ezekiel Elliott and him wanting a pay raise. Patrick Mahomes didn't bitch about his
he's
pay.
About to get like a super max deal.
He earned respect.
He came out there and balled out.
He balled the fuck out, and now he's about to get the highest paid contract in the NFL. If he would have got, I mean, 90 mils a lot of money, but he's, like I said, easily over 100 if he just waited.
And you know what? And I think, so I'm a Raider fan, so I absolutely
Raiders Nation
stand the Chiefs. But
I know.
I mean, like as a sports fan, they're fun to watch, and I have respect for Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Like there's nothing off the field, and he comes up every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whenever they play, and he goes out there and plays, and he's fun to watch.
Yeah, he's a beast. He's insane.
But I just want to go on the record and say that the Kansas City Queefs suck.
Kansas City Queefs.
The Queefs, you hear that, Dad? Queefs. So let me get your take on this though. So the Diamondbacks played 19 innings last night, 7 hours in a baseball game.
See, that's why
2 games in an inning.
My grandma, God bless her.
Oh, God bless you, Grandma.
When my grandma loves sports. She loves baseball most of all. And I told Grandma I'd give baseball a chance. The first fucking game I watched was 21 innings long.
That's ridiculous.
Now this goes on to our next topic. Should the MLB have a tie? Absolutely.
You think so?
Yeah, dude.
I think.
Tell me more.
Man, I'm torn on it. It's already in the NFL.
Torn?
Just kidding. What else? The NFL has a tie now. Hockey has ties.
I mean, ties suck because no one benefits, and it's like a big waste of time. Like I hate playing Overwatch, and it's a draw.
I don't know, man. I think you gotta like cap the game, maybe not like. So I mean, the issue behind this was that the game finished at like 1:00, like in the morning or something like that, and then they had like a 1 p.m. start time today for the next game. So it's like that like sucks. You know what I mean? But I feel like as the MLB, you have to cap it at something, but maybe not end it as a tie, because that's what makes baseball so fun. Is I'm 2.5 games back, or I'm a half a game in front. You know what I mean? It takes away from that race. It takes away from that playoff race.
Yeah, and like who wants to? I mean, come on, let's be real here. Baseball is the funnest sport to play and the most boring sport to watch. This has been admitted by professional baseball players. Yeah, I forget the name, but this guy came out and said,
"From the White Sox, right?"
Yeah, first game he's been to was his own.
He was like, the first MLB game I ever went to was the one I played in.
Yeah.
And I get that. I mean, I love baseball, and I can sit there and I can watch baseball, but not a lot of people can.
I can to an extent, and like there's a factor of like live game with more excitement. And then there's a factor of like, oh, this game's actually pretty good. I mean, again, there's boring football games and boring basketball games, but there's way more boring baseball games than there is football and basketball. And you can say the same thing about soccer.
I think it's not. We have Bianca in the studio, and she's in a murder Joey.
Maybe because we're white. I don't know. What do you think, Bianca?
Because we're white.
Soccer and how it sucks. I'm just kidding.
Soccer has draws too, right? They have they can end in a tie.
No, right? They don't. I think they shoot penalty kicks.
It goes like extra time, and then
because there's this Mexican game. It was Mexico playing against this other team. I was at my girlfriend's house.
It wasn't Mexico. It was Mexican.
No, it was It was Mexican. I don't know, dude. It was a
Mexican game. Like what?
Clearly, I'm not Spanish. This isn't a soccer podcast.
Yeah, clearly.
It's basically like free throws until you win.
Okay.
So they kick. The other team kicks.
Until like.
It's just penalty kick city, dude.
It's like you get like 4 kicks or something like that, right? Or like 5 kicks. And then,
I think it's the whole team, no? Yeah, it's a whole team.
Oh,
it's a way more than 5.
Oh, geez.
It makes it more intense because it's like.
That's
and
crazy.
I think it caps out like if you're like ahead by a certain amount or something, it's like an automatic win. There's like 3 goals,
up by
3 goals,
up by 3,
4 goals.
Yeah, we had one time that we had to do PKs, and the whole team went, and then none of us made it, so the other team just automatically won.
It's kind of it's kind of like overtime in football, where if you score a touchdown, it's a win.
Okay.
The other team doesn't have it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like sudden death.
I get you.
But like you have to be like high enough. So like.
So do you think that they should do like something like the NFL, where like they give you extra time? So like maybe playing like up to 13 innings or something like that.
Baseball's weird because it's like. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Baseball's such like a standstill.
It's a skill sport. It's not an athletic sport.
There's so many different moving parts on everything.
Yeah, it's solely
from the way
baseball is solely skill.
to like the way that the center fielder moves. Like everything is like.
So like.
I think after 12, like all the players.
It's hard.
So I think
it's hard to
like after the 7th inning.
It's hard to like do like a tie. It's like how would you do a sudden death in baseball? Is it just like a fucking home run derby after that?
I mean that's why like so at the end of the 9th inning, if it's tied, the away team gets an at bat. If they don't score and the home team scores in the bottom of the next inning, they win. So like in a sense, it is like football where each like team gets a possession,
like a chance. Yeah.
So like the away team obviously bats first. So at the bottom of the 9th, if the game's tied, so it goes top 10. The top of the 10th, the away team doesn't score. Home team scores in top 10. Yeah. If the bottom of the 10th inning, the home team scores, then the game's over. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if the away team scores, so like let's say that I'm away and I get up and I hit a home run, then the game's not over. You still get in that bat. And I think that's what like makes baseball so fun to watch, because no matter what, you still get a chance. You know what I mean?
Right. But then again, like when everybody gets a chance,
you go 19 innings.
You go 19 to 21 innings and you think about rescheduling the damn game.
Yeah.
Like literally, like that's why I think the tie thing might be a good thing. Because
I thought
honestly, because I don't know baseball, I thought there's ties already.
Yeah, no, there's no ties.
There's no draws.
There's no ties, no draws, no nothing. I think it might be a good thing. I just think that you're going to lose, like, a lot of what makes baseball baseball.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think as, like, a lot of baseball fanatics and the people that just, like, genuinely love
and then again, it's like, it's kind of like a huge waste of time, too, if you do a tie. I think the sudden death thing, I'm calling it sudden death because Smash Bros. I think the sudden death thing should be a little bit better. But I think a tie, it could work, but then again, it's like you just play 21 innings just to draw.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how would you feel if you just played 2 full games just to have a tie?
I'd be fucking pissed.
I'd be mad.
I'd just send out shitty players and be like, y'all can have it. But the other players are too tired, so they're like, or maybe they're thinking the same thing, and it's just back from square one.
I mean, it's like, how many people do you go through? You know what I mean? Like, you usually go through a starting pitcher that goes like 5, maybe 6 innings. Then you have a relief pitcher that goes from the 5th or 6th to about the 7th or the 8th, and then you have your closer. So if you put in your closer as an away team and you give up a run to tie the game in the 9th inning, then you just wasted you can't put your starting pitcher back in. You can't put your relief back. You can't put your closer back in. Like you just went through like a whole other set of players. You know what I mean? And your shortstop, who's probably thrown the ball 40 times that game.
Yeah, his arm's probably hurting. Like.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
It's weird. I don't know. I'm not not a baseball expert at all.
I think with all the rules that they're trying to change, like they're trying to like speed up the game of baseball. So I think if you speed up the game of baseball, it kind of takes away the need to implement a tie.
Yeah, but like, do you think speeding up the game of baseball might take away from baseball?
I think it does as well too. Yeah, like 100%.
See, I think it does. That's why baseball's so weird, because like, it's set up in such a particular way that if you tweak it too much, it's not baseball.
Yeah, it's not like football where you can like, okay, you can't.
Football
has
all kinds of rules that you can.
Yeah,
so does basketball.
Like, I don't know.
And even triple overtime doesn't take as long as being tied for 21 innings.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like the game lasted 7 hours. I think it was UConn and Syracuse like years ago. Oh, Ben wants to chime in.
I think he just watched 21 innings too.
Yeah, he feels like he did. I think it was Syracuse and UConn had gone like 4 or 6 overtimes or something like that, and that's almost a whole nother basketball game. So should basketball do a tie? I don't think you really need a tie in basketball.
No, because it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, I mean, I think like the most you like see
triple overtimes. Like they happen, but they're so rare. You know what I mean? That And like sometimes it's not like baseball where sometimes it feels like the game goes on forever. A lot of times, basketball, it's like super rare that it happens. It's like a really big deal when triple overtimes happen. It's a big deal when it's a big deal when overtime happens. Yeah. Let alone triple or double overtime.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like I don't think it just doesn't happen enough.
So yes or no for baseball? Implement a tie or no?
Fuck.
Just yes or no. We're moving on to
the next topic. I'm saying no. No. I was gonna say yes. But I'm going with no. No tie.
I'm going to go on the record. I'm going to say no.
Don't watch it. Hold on. Watch their. Are you sure there's not already a tie in baseball?
No, there is a tie in an all-star game. But that's because, like, in the all-star game, every player only plays, like, 2 innings. So both teams ran out of players.
Oh, okay.
But, like, a regular season or postseason game, I don't believe there's a tie.
Oh, so there has to be a tiebreaker in the MLB. Don't they, like, if the game goes on too long, don't they have to reschedule it?
So I think, like, if the game would have went to, like, 2 o'clock in the morning, they probably would have called it, and then
like if it goes to, like, 23 innings, they have to, like, call the game and reschedule it, right?
Well, so they'll probably call it, and then they'll play again, like, the next day. So, like, how the D-backs were supposed to play at 1 today, I think they would have probably played at, like, 10 or something like that, and then would have played until somebody had won. And then would have played the 1 o'clock game.
Damn! So they would have played a game before the game.
I don't know. So don't quote me on that. But I think that's how that would have went.
I don't quote you on anything.
Or what would have happened is they probably would have played a few innings and rescheduled a different game.
A tie in a baseball game that ends with both teams having to score the same number of runs. Oh, that's just a definition of a tie. God damn it!
Thanks, Google.
Thanks. All right.
So no, MLB, do not implement a tie. Please don't. You're taking away from one of America's greatest pastimes. Speaking about America's pastimes, no, I'm just kidding. The NBA going back to duos. We're bringing back Kobe and Shaq and
telling you the Kawhi Thanos snap.
Pippen. Yeah, I said Scotty and Pippen. I meant MJ and Pippen.
Scotty and Pippen. They're two different players.
Speaking of Scotty, he came out and released a statement that was saying he was LeBron before LeBron.
Yes and no.
I think the style of play is the same, but LeBron's just way more dominant.
So, like, imagine Scottie Pippen, but more of an aggressive scorer.
On steroids.
That's LeBron. LeBron in Miami played insane defense and insane offense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think so. LeBron was a great player in Cleveland before the trade, but I think that the trade made LeBron.
Scotty was Scotty. Scotty played amazing defense. Was a pretty good. I'm not going to say okay because
he was a pretty good second.
He was a good scorer, good second option. He's a very reliable player when Jordan wasn't there. Can he carry the team like Jordan? Because Jordan's the GOAT. But I mean.
You're going on record saying Jordan's GOAT?
Oh, yeah, he's the GOAT. We all know this.
So, MJ, I know you think Kobe, LeBron, put them in order.
MJ, Kobe, LeBron. MJ, LeBron, Kobe.
Okay. We're not going to get into this discussion.
I'm open for my opinion to change because I really like LeBron, but I still think MJ is the GOAT.
James. So, I think the duos in the NBA, I mean, it brings...
Like I said,
gives
everyone a chance.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you have to rely on your team now.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, you don't have, KD's going to be my first option. Who's number 2? Curry. Who's number 3?
Like, I was really stubborn on the super team idea because I didn't think it existed. I was like, what?
That the commissioner, who was it before?
It was the Lakers. Was it
David Stern?
Yeah.
He vetoed the trade for Chris Paul to go to the Lakers and team up with Kobe and Dwight.
Yeah, I thought it was too good.
No, he was like, that team's going to be too good. It's like no super teams.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens?
Yeah, because before KD,
I
thought the Warriors. I didn't think the Warriors were a super team before KD. People don't agree with me on that, but I don't think they were a super team. I thought they were really good.
I don't think they were a super team.
But I think on paper, the Cavs were better than Golden State before KD. Once you get someone like KD on a team like that, then you're a super team.
Yeah.
And
you should lights out. So, who is your I don't know. I'm gonna.
Because right now they're saying, because LeBron's getting old and first year didn't make the playoffs, they're saying Kawhi and Giannis. Like, LeBron's not the number one player right now. Yeah, it's Kawhi.
It's Kawhi, Giannis, and then LeBron, right?
Which I can agree to an extent, but this is... Kawhi's consistently good, but this is his first, like, crazy year. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he really did it by himself this year.
Yeah.
He had some, like, core surrounding players, but, besides that, like, who is the guy? You know what I mean?
Him and Giannis were, yeah.
So I have some duos that I wrote down, Joey.
Yeah.
I want you to tell me, like, who you think's in favor.
It's like best. A buy or bust.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So I have LeBron and AD, Kawhi and Paul George.
Wait, are you just naming them all, or are we going to talk about one at a time?
I'm going to name them all, and I want you to tell me who's, like,
who's the best one.
Yeah, and then we'll talk about them individually. So we have LeBron and Anthony Davis, Kawhi and Paul George, Durant and Kyrie. This is, like, one of my favorite duos, honestly. I think they play really well together, is Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. And then Russ and Harden. And that's a big one.
Now, who I think is going to perform the best?
Yeah.
Kawhi and George.
You think that they're going to mesh
perfectly? They want to play with each other. They've wanted to for a long time. They're easy players to play with. And they're the best two-way players in the league. You got an NBA MVP runner-up, Paul George, insanely good player, and you have the freak of nature that is known as Kawhi Leonard, the Claw.
The Claw.
And the chemistry's there because they want to see. The reason why the two small forward thing didn't work in OKC is because Paul George's playstyles and Melo's playstyle are very conflicting.
Yeah.
They don't mesh.
No, they don't.
When you want to play with someone like that, and you can play defense, but you can also score like crazy, then...
Yeah,
and plus, I'm a huge Paul George fan, you know this.
Yeah.
But I think now the duo I'm excited to see, and who I think is definitely underrated, like they don't get enough credit, is Westbrook and Harden.
I think that they have a huge, like, chip on their shoulder almost.
Well, yeah,
because they're reuniting. The Rockets are almost getting it done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you add a superstar player like Russ.
Yeah, and the thing with, like, they're one of the best NBA players in the league. But they have this play style that's kind of unorthodox. So people think it's just chaos. Mm-hmm. There's so much hate on, like, and I don't think it's necessarily Harden or Russ's fault. I think it's just what's presented to them. Like, here's the big thing that needs to change for this to work. People thought chemistry was not going to work. Not true. These guys are friends. They're good friends.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chemistry's there. They will do whatever 100%. They can. They got their MVP. They just want to win now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want a championship.
I definitely don't think it's about putting up numbers anymore.
Chemistry's there, and I don't think it was about putting up numbers for Westbrook. I think it was just him trying to, like...
I think it was just him, like,
playing his heart out.
Yeah, 100%.
He's trying... He was a man who was just trying to do everything, and I don't think that's stat pandering. These players aren't thinking... I don't think these players are thinking about their stats while they're playing. I think they're just trying to play and do the fucking best they can. You know what I mean? And Westbrook takes that to the extreme.
Oh, yeah. One of the best competitors in the league.
So, like, so I think that's fine. And their chemistry and their skill level, I don't think they'll conflict. I think the Rockets' game plan will conflict with Russell Westbrook's. The reason why Chris Paul worked so well in the Rockets, even though him and Harden didn't get along, is because Chris Paul can consistently shoot threes, and Mike D'Antoni playbook is threes. The Rockets, I'm going to look this up, but the Rockets have the most three-shot attempts in the league, and the most 3-point shot and ones by a long shot.
Even like over teams like Golden State
destroys Golden State and 3-point and ones.
But like even in 3-point shot attempts.
Yes.
Wow, that's insane.
Because
that's a lot of threes.
Because yes, why do you think they didn't do well in the playoffs? Because that will only take you so far. These playoff referees aren't gonna, you saw the flopping Chris Paul and Harden did.
Hear me, let me bail you out here. That doesn't happen in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they don't bail you out.
They don't. No, you saw that they were flopping, right?
Yeah,
that's Mike D'Antoni's play style. Shoot the 3,
get fouled, and
1-3.
Yep,
that doesn't fit Russell Westbrook.
No, it doesn't.
He's a good 3-point shooter, don't get me wrong, but he's one of the most unreliable 3-point shooters as a guard.
100%. But I think as an explosive guard, it opens up the court more.
Right. But like in order for because like I said, he'll get along with the team. He'll get along with Harden. They'll play well together. But the only thing that I can see that's conflicting is Mike D'Antoni, like how he plays basketball.
I got you.
Doesn't work well with how Russell Westbrook plays basketball.
So who do you have in your Western Conference Finals?
Shit. I'm not even done talking about that, and you're asking questions.
Do you have the Warriors in there? Do you have?
Well, of course, I have the Warriors in there.
In the Western Conference Finals, you think the Warriors are going to get all the way there? Yeah. Against like LeBron and the Lakers.
Oh yeah.
And the Claw and PG.
They
and
got
Harden.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have Clay, but they have D'Angelo. If D'Angelo plays like he did.
I think that's really conflicting too, though. I mean, you lose a forward and you go and pick up another point.
Right, but like D'Angelo is a shooter, so he can. Yeah. I think he can play the 2 spot, and it also gets. They lost Sean Livingston.
That's true.
And when you have a superstar point guard like D'Angelo, it kind of gets a little bit of because we know we learned from this playoffs that Curry can carry a team, but can only carry it so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He can't completely throw a team on his back.
He can get you there, but he can't
against the right team. He will absolutely carry you.
Yeah.
Against the big boy teams like the Toronto Raptors last year,
he can lift you, but he can't backpack you.
No, he cannot backpack you.
He's not. He just
with D'Angelo Russell, he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to try.
That makes sense. It takes some pressure off of him.
Takes pressure off
especially
him.
After
it's a little easier on him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Even if D'Angelo comes off as a 6 man.
Okay. So actually, that reminded me. I have another question for you, Joe.
Yeah.
The Eastern Conference. Do you think in my Eastern Conference Finals, this is hard. In my Eastern Conference Finals, I think it's going to be Philly and Brooklyn. If KD comes back, I think it's Philly, Brooklyn in the conference finals.
I disagree.
Who do you think is coming out?
See, because the KD is going to be out for the whole year.
Well, there was speculation that he comes back.
That wouldn't be good.
I don't think it's
the Nets are not going to do what the Warriors did.
No, I don't think so.
They are not going to rush his injury.
But
doctors say you should wait 2 years.
Oh yeah, I saw that with Clay. They were telling Clay that you should wait 2 years.
They said if anyone gets a torn ACL,
anybody.
But with technology and money, you can speed up the processes.
Yeah,
but higher risk.
So I think that also comes into play with players getting injured too now. Is they're
coming out too early.
In off season, but when they do get injured too, they're
not getting enough rest.
The rehab process now.
They're not getting enough rest. I used to hate on LeBron for sitting out games to rest, but I get it.
I used to hate players for sitting I think it was the Spurs have an 11-game road trip.
Yeah.
Every year, and they call it the rodeo road trip or something like that. And that's when Tim Duncan, Ginobili, Tony Parker, all those guys sat out for 3 or 4 games. And I was
and I used to get pissed off. I'd get so mad at LeBron for doing it, but now I get it.
Yeah, you're getting paid millions of dollars to go and play.
The extreme toll that the sport takes on your body to play over and over again.
100%.
And how much value you are to a team.
And you're adding all that travel too. Dude, I've had jet lag before. That shit sucks. Yeah.
Why do you think LeBron's injury rate isn't that high for as much as he plays? Because he rests when he needs to.
100%.
I don't think a lot of these players are.
And he also has like 1% body fat, so everything else is just muscle.
Well, yeah.
And like LeBron's a freak of nature.
But again, like that's why I thought about Derrick Rose, because he was such a high valuable player. Instead of resting him properly, they rushed him to come back.
Yeah.
And they did it over and over and over again.
He got hurt, rushed it, came back, got hurt again, and then rushed that.
And it just hurt his career. And then when he took his time,
look at him, he dropped 50.
Yeah, dropped a career high on Timberwolves. Now he's on the Pistons. You know, solid backup point guard. But that probably could have changed. You know, you can't rush these injuries. And I think that's why the doctors came out and said that. Because KD shouldn't have played the finals.
No, he shouldn't have. And
at all.
There was a clip, I didn't see it, but I heard about it. He was like in the locker room like cussing and like throwing things and stuff like that because he felt like the loss was on him. It was like, I get you like as a competitor, like I understand, but like dude, like that's your health. Like
if you want to keep playing, man. But
that's your health.
Eastern Conference, Bucks, Sixers.
Bucks and Sixers. Mm-hmm. Who do you think gets the job done?
Bucks.
The Bucks?
At least I'm biased. The Sixers are a force to be reckoned with.
I'm just not a Ben Simmons fan.
No, I know, but they're so good.
They are really good. They are very good.
And like and Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, you either love or hate those two.
And I hate them both.
Yeah, but you can't ignore the talent though.
And that's why I hate them.
Like, how are you doing so good and you can't shoot a three?
Yeah, well, he actually... So, I mean, you've seen the video of him, like, playing pickup ball and shooting jumpers and stuff.
Well, yeah, that's pickup games in the gym.
100%. But he released a statement afterwards saying that
he's going to work on his shot.
Well, yeah, but he said that he fell in love with the game again and that he's comfortable shooting a jump shot. As a defense, I mean, I'm still, like... if I'm defending Ben Simmons, I'm still giving him, like...
Can you imagine if Ben Simmons can shoot, dude?
Dude, even a mid-range game is absolutely absurd.
Can you imagine if he can shoot threes?
It was like Kawhi.
For how tall he is?
Remember when Kawhi was like young in the league and like his first finals against LeBron?
Yeah.
It was like he would hit a wide open three but really wasn't hitting, but could score and hit a mid-range jumper like crazy.
Yeah, it's like Giannis isn't that great of a shooter. Like, he's a good shooter, but he's not a great shooter. But can you imagine?
Score. But could you imagine if he could pull from like 40 feet? Could you imagine? Look
at Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
He realized, okay, I can't rely on my athleticism now. I got to rely on skill. He is crossing up people, shooting threes, doing step backs. You don't see dunks, but you see high IQ level post plays.
100%.
It's more entertaining than the dunks, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
Watching that big dude do a step up three.
That's crazy.
That's a perfect example of adapting.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Ben Simmons is starting to realize.
Is that he's got to adapt.
When Jared Dudley leaves you open at the free throw line,
you got an issue.
I'd be mad disrespected. Yeah. I'd be in the gym shooting threes.
Oh, yeah.
Nonstop. I think the Bucks are going to win just because they have Brook Lopez, solid center. And Brook Lopez is like can be inconsistent, but he's still an all-around really solid center, one of the best centers in the league. Yeah. You have Giannis, who's an absolute monster.
He's a freak.
Yeah, he's the Greek freak. And the Bucks are just all around a really, really solid team. Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, I don't think the Nets are going to do it because if Kyrie can't.
You just don't think that KD's going to come back?
I think he's not going to come back this year because the Nets are not going to make. And Kyrie, he can't backpack. Same thing with Curry.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, on paper, the Celtics were better.
Yeah.
The Celtics are 2 years ago. The Celtics are a championship contending team on paper. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That's
just team chemistry wasn't there.
Yeah.
He's he's happier in Brooklyn, but I don't think he can.
I think he's excited to be there.
But it's just going to be like
the new court.
Yeah,
the court's nice. I like it. But go ahead. Sorry about that.
But yeah, I can't backpack it to a final. Yeah. When KD's on the Nets,
that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
I mean, people are like, he might not come back the same, but we're talking about KD here.
If he doesn't come back the same, his jumper is going to be smooth.
If he's half as good as he was, that team's insane.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
People forget KD was the best basketball player in the world over LeBron, hands down. Discussion-wise, I'm not saying it's true.
Okay, let me ask you this. 1-on-1, before KD got hurt last season, 1-on-1, who are you putting your money on?
LeBron.
Me too. Actually,
no, LeBron.
No, I'm taking KD.
You're taking KD? I'm taking LeBron.
I'm not relying on LeBron's jumper. I think if KD figures it out, like in a game to 11, straight ones.
LeBron.
Straight ones, game to 11, LeBron.
LeBron.
If we're playing 21, 2s and 3s, I got KD.
Yeah. I respect the choice, but like, I don't know. That's a close one. But what I'm saying is like, KD was hands down called the best player in the world over LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Unapologetically.
Yeah.
He says, I'm KD. You know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
He made the Clippers roll over.
Yeah.
They asked him about it. He's like, he's KD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, if he comes back half as good as he is, that team's dangerous.
How do you stop KD? He misses.
Exactly.
Like, you don't stop KD. He stops KD.
I mean, you got Patrick Beverley out there. Most annoying defender in the NBA.
Didn't do shit. It didn't matter.
I mean, he got in his head the first game.
And then it didn't matter.
It didn't matter after that.
It didn't matter.
You know what I mean? So, but now, I mean, if anyone were to guard KD,
so
see and here's the thing: KD's at that level is like the only people you can think of even guarding him is people like Kawhi and George.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Defensive players like that.
So let's just say that the Bucks and Brooklyn end up in the finals or in like the Eastern Conference Finals. Do you think that Giannis can stop KD?
Yes. I think KD's still scoring 25-30, but he's not scoring 50.
But it's going to be a hard 25-30.
But I think Giannis is also scoring just as much.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think KD can stop Giannis.
Yeah. The only person that can really shut down Giannis is Kawhi.
And that was proven.
Yeah.
That was proven.
Now, who do you got for the West?
Who do I got for the West?
Mm-hmm.
I think an LA showdown would be absolutely insane.
Lakers Clips. Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's very realistic.
See, and here's the thing about the Lakers is like I don't know how they're going to play. Because last year they had a playoff contending team. I think. They
right
played way worse than they should have.
Oh yeah. 100%.
I was kind of pissed off. I'm like, you guys got Kuzma, you guys got Ingram, you guys got Lonzo. You guys got Rondo.
Figure it out.
They just played like shit.
Figure it out.
So like, I don't know, dude.
Let me see.
Or maybe even Rockets.
Who do I?
Because you can't forget about the Rockets.
Yeah.
You can't forget about the Warriors.
Who do I got coming out?
And even then, the Pelicans.
They have a really, really solid team.
Young team. I don't think they're Western Conference, but I think they're
a playoff team.
And then even then, Dallas Mavericks, dude. Luka and Porzingis. Have you seen Porzingis?
Myself. My name is Luka.
That man,
Porzingis.
He's got muscles now. They're not just noodles.
Yeah. I saw this thing that was like Porzingis went from like spaghetti arms to the dude from Rocket. From Rocky.
He's in the gym.
Yeah.
And Porzingis was
Caruso. I was Caruso.
Yeah.
This boy went from "Where's my hug" to
and plus the Jazz.
Calls me daddy too.
The Jazz are formidable.
Yeah. Honestly, out of the West,
and the Jazz have Mike Conley now, and that's even crazier.
Yeah. Alongside Donovan Mitchell, that's absurd.
And
who else have we got?
Gobert, best
that's right.
defensive player of the year. My dumbass almost said Ingles. He ain't doing shit.
I think LeBron has a fire under him. I think AD has a fire under him too, and I think that kind of sparks the Lakers.
And I think LeBron sort of gave up last year, but now that they have AD, and people are forgetting how good AD is.
And let's not forget. I mean, they did add Dwight Howard. I'm kind of looking forward to see
Me
Dwight
too.
Howard back in
But
LA.
question for you: people were saying they should have got Joakim Noah instead.
I think that's a bad choice. I think.
See, I get where they're coming from because Joakim's
I
a
do
skilled
too.
center, but he doesn't like LeBron.
Yeah, he absolutely hates LeBron. I think.
And I think the skill gap is marginal. I'd rather have a future Hall of Famer vet than I don't even know what to call Joakim other than
I don't know.
like.
I mean,
and,
I just think.
and
I
plus
think
they have
the Lakers
McGee too,
have
and
more one of the best overall teams. I think with their addition. I mean, they have LeBron, Kuzma, AD, Caruso still, who does ball out. Let's not
yeah,
he's
Caruso.
not,
Caruso
a
has
40-point
potential,
game, but
Caruso
he's
has
definitely gonna
potential.
grow as a player, 100%.
But he's got pressure on him now because now he's got the attention.
Yeah, but I think.
So it's
But he released a statement saying how excited he is to play for the Lakers. I think that's taking him over. I think he doesn't. I mean, the spotlight's there, and I think he realizes it. But I think his love for the game and him wanting to be a Laker so bad.
I'm just saying there's pressure on him now because people have expectations.
I still think that he's going to perform.
I think he will too. But
So,
it's like when Lonzo Ball won the league.
Yeah.
There's expectations.
Yeah.
When you watch Lonzo Ball highlights and the and the NCAA, they're like it's everything, whatever, right? Fucking WNBA. But when you watch highlights in the NBA, it's just defense and passing.
Yeah. And I mean, that's
That's
he's
good,
really good.
but
I mean, he's really solid defensively.
He just
But
needs to
you have
He
to
just needs to
score.
figure out
You
his
got it.
scoring.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So Western Conference Finals, I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be in LA, and I'm going to go ahead and say,
LA Showdown.
yep, an LA showdown, and I'm hopeful for one.
What about the Trailblazers?
I think they're missing a piece.
Yeah.
I really think that they're missing.
Here's what I was talking to someone about. I think if the Trailblazers if the Trailblazers still had LaMarcus Aldridge, they would have hands down beat Golden State in the playoffs.
Yeah, because that takes. Yeah.
You're playing against the smallest team in the NBA.
Yeah.
You're
Because,
also
I
a
mean,
small team.
let's look at it. I think.
Draymond Green's
Dame
playing
and
the
CJ.
4th spot.
Yeah, I think Dame and CJ they match up pretty well with Curry and Clay.
But you can only get too far. You can only get so far with guards.
Yeah.
And when your other big name player is Ernest Cantor and he's on the Celtics now,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ernest Cantor,
Yeah.
the guy that Turkey wants to kill.
Yeah. Don't let him leave the country in the office. He's not allowed to leave.
You stay in your room, young man.
You're grounded.
What did he do to
Oh,
Turkey?
man. I think he was talking bad about.
Well, of
the
course he
politics
was. He
there,
was
right
he was running his damn mouth.
about how bad was it the president or something
Yeah.
that? Pull up the article.
Well, I mean,
Gets tight.
I believe it, but I believe it just because Ernest Cantor runs his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
He talks a lot of shit.
Oh yeah. So, yep, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Out of the West, LA Showdown.
No,
in the East,
I'm going because I don't think. Oh boy, this is a tough division. This is a tough division. The East, it's
kind of the East.
It's kind of sorry. Yeah, it's kind of sorry. I'm going LA Clippers and Rockets.
Rockets in the Western
Yeah,
Conference Finals.
because I think the LA Showdown will most likely to happen, but LeBron has to turn it around.
So, yeah,
Because he did not do it last year.
no,
Not at all. His worst year. Coming back from one of your best years to your worst year, and take this with a grain of salt because LeBron's worst year is
some of the players
still the
best
third
years.
best, still the best player in the NBA.
Yeah,
But
top 5 at NBA.
top, yeah. But he's still, you know what I mean? They were good enough to make it to the playoffs and they didn't. Mm-hmm. He has no more excuses now. You know what I mean?
They added another huge name in Anthony Davis.
He has
and
a solid.
Davis is balling.
They kept Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. If they got like Kyle Kuzma for AD, I'd be concerned. I'd be like, all right, no LA showdown. Yeah. I won't even talk about it.
Kuz is very like defensively sound, and he can step outside.
But they kept Kuzma.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Is I like the fact that they kept Kuzma. I like that they kept Kuz.
So I don't know. So I think either LA Rockets. For me, the LA Clippers are there for me. I cannot get rid of that spot.
Yeah. But
the other spot, I'm going for Lakers. Lakers, Rockets. I'm going to go ahead and say Golden State.
Lakers, Rockets, and Golden State?
Yeah, but
your top three out of the what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than Clippers are obviously number one for me.
So
they show out without 2-star players.
My top three is going to be Clippers, Lakers, and I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to go Rockets with this one.
Yeah.
I'm saying Rockets. And then out of the East, I don't think anything
What's
changes.
the Rockets looking like?
The Rockets are pretty. I mean, they still have Austin Rivers,
Eric Gordon, really
Russell
solid
James.
player.
I mean, I think they kept Capella, right?
Yeah,
as a solid big man. Who's your backup?
My backup on
the Rockets. Who's your backup?
Oh, they have Nene, Clint Capella.
That's
Kenneth Faried.
Oh, those are solid players.
Anthony Bennett, Gerald Green, Fabu Sebalosha, PJ Tucker, Tyson Chandler, Austin Rivers. Yeah, dude, they're looking good.
Yeah.
They just need to adjust the playbook to the player in favor of the players and how they can work together instead of in favor of the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Flops and threes will only get you so far, and that was proven last playoffs.
Yeah. Well, remember when Harden was like driving and he had his Euro step? And like that was like it wasn't the Harden step back; it was the Harden Euro.
Yeah,
I think if the Rockets go back to that style of play, make that like attack the bucket.
Oh yeah,
primary one, and then 3-point shots. I think that really works in Russ's favor.
Yeah, I think your 3-point shot should never be your primary. It's like playing 2K and like, oh, I'm behind by 5, but if I shoot a 3 and make it 2, if I shoot 2 threes, it's like, I think if you, because then you're just forcing a bad shot when you can get a good shot inside.
I think if you play the game bucket by bucket, that brings different. You know what I mean? Like,
and when you have someone like Russell Westbrook, you want high quality shots.
Oh yeah.
You know, 100%. He's not on a team where he feels like he has to do everything anymore.
Yeah,
he's shown his worth.
Some serious help.
He's shown his worth. He has plenty of help. You 100%. Know what I mean? And I'm not saying that the OKC was trash, but like, come on.
When you have one other player.
Yeah. With the exception of Steven Adams, solid center.
Solid center, but I mean, not really good from anything else besides right by the bucket.
Yeah.
Maybe some free throws.
It's just like JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a reliable center, but that's all he'll ever be is reliable.
Yeah.
And you respect the guy for it, but...
Oh, yeah. I do, too. I mean, I have nothing but respect for Steven Adams. He comes in and night out and balls out.
Good, godly sportsmanship.
Yeah. Got elbowed in the neck like his first year.
He's the only player that prevents players from getting injured. He will sacrifice scoring to make sure you're okay. Like,
hold on, bro. Time out. You good?
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
Shout out Jason Momoa. I'm just kidding.
So, who do you got in your finals?
Oh, fuck. I want the Bucks, dude. I really want the Bucks in the finals.
You're going Clippers, Bucks?
Clippers, Bucks.
Clippers, Bucks? I want the Bucks in the finals.
I'm a Giannis. I'm a Giannis super fan. I'm a Paul George super fan. I want Clippers, Bucks.
That'd be really fun.
That'd be really fun to watch.
That'd be really, really fun.
Oh my god! And two complete different teams that we're not familiar with. I mean, the Raptors were completely different. That was cool.
Yeah.
But we've seen the Cavs and Warriors for how many years in a row?
Like 3.
Yeah.
I think 3, right? 3. 3? It was 3.
When think about 4 years ago, would you ever have guessed the Bucks would be in the talks?
No.
Hell no.
No. The Bucks, the Jazz. I mean,
their best player was Brandon Jennings.
they were like the Miami Dolphins of the NBA.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's look at the Bucks' roster.
Oh, they're like...
It's filthy.
Really, really solid.
It is more solid than people give it credit for, I feel like. I just feel like now they have that playoff. Then see, here's what's dangerous about the Bucks and 76ers. I think what kept them back was experience. They're not used to playoff runs. Why do you think Embiid cried like a little bitch after he lost? Because it's the first time he lost in a playoff run.
Yeah.
He got a taste of it. He's hungry.
100%.
Giannis is hungry.
Yeah. That's going to be a very good Eastern Conference
showdown. Kawhi made you cry.
Yeah, really. He made Giannis and...
You know what I mean? Cry. If your first taste of the playoffs was that...
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Well, I mean, that was like when we played... do you remember when we played, what was it, Benson, I think it was, to try to get into the state tournament?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm fired up.
Yeah,
and
fuck
then
Benson.
They like, went up by like 10 and everybody like cried. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, because that's a game you feel like you should win. And then when we played them again, it's like, all right, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So I think these guys are hungry right now.
I think they're
hungry.
Know.
So they have Brook Lopez, really solid center. I mean,
he can step outside and hit the 3 too. Right?
Yeah, I mean, he showed it. He really showed his worth in the playoffs. He's been on and off, so it's and for some reason didn't start in the fucking Team USA. I still think he should have started. I don't care like if he wasn't the same Brook Lopez he was on the Nets. Yeah. Anyway, that's a different talk. But they have Brook Lopez. They have Giannis. They have Chris Middleton. Kyle Korver, dude. Insane shooting veteran right there. Eric Bledsoe, good point guard, solid point guard. Wesley Matthews, solid player.
I think they're probably one of the best overall teams too. Besides their superstars.
So, George Hill, solid player. Couple of known names. Yeah, and they have a lot of foreign players. Oh, and they just got Robin.
Okay.
Super solid backup center.
Sweet.
When you have Robin coming off the bench, that's a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, he brings energy all the time.
I mean, he's a starter on half the teams.
Yeah.
Despite him being absolutely crazy. Fighting mascots. He's a starter on at least half the teams. And he's coming off the bench. And then you have Giannis's little brother.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm not super hyped about because I haven't seen him play. But, I mean...
Neither have I. But what I've heard is that he's, like... He's not supposed to be as, like... Up to Giannis's level.
Hell no.
He's supposed to be, like... Really,
but I mean, really if he's as athletic as
I think if he's like half what his brother is,
yeah. If he was as athletic as because Giannis was just he was just an athletic freak coming into the NBA. That was it, and he developed skill.
Yeah,
and still there's a jumper he needs to work on. You know what I mean? But he can still shoot shots open. He can still dribble like a point guard. He can still play defense.
I was watching some Giannis highlights, and it was through traffic, which is like
he takes like 3 dribbles down the full court.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. Took his last dribble at the 3-point line, took off a foot in front of the free throw line, and just like with ease.
Yeah,
like when MJ did it, it looked easy, and now he just made it look easier.
Yeah.
I'm speechless.
Yeah, dude. Like, Giannis is insane, and not only
you know what
he got his MVP award. He got, and it's good that he lost in the playoffs because, like I said, he's hungry.
100%.
What
I like about it though is like he knows how good he is, and it doesn't change. He's like, I know how good I am, but I know how good I want to be.
Yeah, he's always striving to get better.
100%. And that's what you look for him. Well.
All right. So, we talked about a lot of things.
Oh, yeah. Very good podcast, Joey. Very good podcast.
Very nice. You just put NFL here.
I did. That was some filler. I mean, we kind of really talked about the NFL too with that Antonio Brown.
Man, fuck me. I'm just kidding. All right. Anything you want to say to wrap us up?
Thanks for staying tuned. I mean, I hope you guys enjoy it. I want to say that my Monday team, the Laz, and Just a Game, my Sunday League team, we walked out with victories. Both teams did. Solid team wins.
Zero interceptions for Lamar Jackson, baby. That's right. I'm watching football again.
Yeah.
My team lost to the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's all right. My team lost to the Chiefs, too.
Hey. High five, dude. Fuck the Chiefs.
We're losers.
You hear me, Dad?
Fuck the key.
Just kidding.
Yeah, man. That's really it.
All right. Like I said, we'll try to record an episode every week. You can have us on the Spotify shit's weird. I'll figure that out soon. But we're on Snapchat, we're on SoundCloud, and we're definitely on YouTube. So come check us out.
Definitely hit us up on Snapchat. It's Courtside Jays. We want to know what you guys want to hear about too. So
we'll do segments and like questions.
Yeah.
And Instagram.
We have an Instagram.
Christian Mingle.
And Twitter.
Follow us on.
To be lonely.
Follow us on everything. But anyways, even if you don't like sports, just listen to two dudes talk. All right, I think this outro's long enough.
Yeah.
This has been the Courtside Podcast. Me and Josh are signing off. Peace.
J Boogie out.